Hello,
Hello.
Rajiv.
Yeah.
I'm Christopher.
Oh, welcome.
Nice to meet you. I was calling you about the recipes
Yeah.
and your food that you do on YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I've come to India to meet you.
Please welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
I've seen some of your videos on YouTube about cooking and recipes, and they are very good for health. And so I've come to India now, and I've been excited to meet you, and I had a question. Are you a chef?
No, I'm not chef, nor I have any professional training. It's just a hobby that I developed in April 2018.
Okay. Well, it looks like you're around 50. At this stage, you developed this hobby. It seems interesting to me.
Yes, it is interesting. I am now 55 years young. At the age of 50, most executives have reached the peak of their careers and they know it. After 30 years of doing job of the same kind, and they know they are very good at their jobs, but they are not learning or contributing or deriving challenge and satisfaction from the job. In a knowledge society, we expect everyone to be a success. This is clearly an impossibility.
That's true.
Wherever there is success, there has to be failure. And then it is vitally important for the individuals to have an area in which he or she can contribute, make a difference, and be somebody. That means finding a second area, that is a second career, a parallel career, or a social venture that offers an opportunity for being a leader, for being respected, for being a success.
So, you're managing a second career or preparing for it?
See, there are three ways to develop a second career. The first is actually to start one. Often this takes nothing more than moving from one kind of organization to another. We will see many more second careers undertaken by people who have achieved modest success in their first jobs. Such people have substantial skills and they know how to work. They need a community. The house is empty with the children gone, and they need income as well. But above all, they need challenge. The second way to prepare for the second half is to develop a parallel career. Many people who are very successful in their first careers stay in the work they have been doing, either on a full-time or part-time or consulting basis. But in addition, they create a parallel job, usually in a non-profitable organization that takes another 10 hours of work a week. The third way, finally, there are social entrepreneurs. These are usually people who have been successful in their first careers. They love their work. In many cases, they keep on doing what they have been doing all along, but spend less and less their time on it. People who manage second half of their lives may always be a minority. Majority may retire on the job. They count the years until their actual retirement. Understood? You got it? But it is this minority, the men and women who see a long working life expectancy as an opportunity both for themselves and for society, who will become leaders and models. There is one prerequisite for managing the second half of your life. You must begin long before you enter it. One should be confident to know about himself. What are my strengths? How do I perform? Am I a leader or a listener? How do I learn? What are my values? Where do I belong? Who should I contribute? What responsibilities should I have? Thus, to managing second life is to create a revolution in human affairs.
So, have you planned your life after 60?
See, almost 90% Indians start thinking after 60. What the hell is life all about? Why it is monotonous? why I am feeling loneliness. Life is what you make of it, and that is a choice you have. If you only do the routine things like you listed, living just for yourself, that is living only on the surface, of course it will turn monotonous.
Can you explain what you mean by monotonous life?
Yes, why not? Monotonous life feeling is not allowing you to accept what is essential, and so robbing the enjoyment in those activities as well. We sleep in the night, and so we have to awake, so we accept it. And if so, the matter becomes simpler.
Well, whatever you think as monotonous activities are not static in nature, and you have a direct relation with them and need to modify to reduce effort or improve the quality, for instance.
After 60, people start thinking, I am really frustrated. I feel very lonely. I want a change in my life. I really want to love my life and enjoy it. I have never had a heartbreak or a friend. Everything is smooth, but I am really bored of this monotonous life. If you have a good partner, you will have best life beyond your imaginations. And if you choose wrong one, it will be worst decision of your life.
What's the difference between loneliness and depression?
See, for many, bouts of loneliness are occasional and short-lived. But for long-term sufferers, it can be difficult to draw the line between just lonely and depressed. The relationship between them is a complicated. A few key factors can help you make the distinctions. Depression will stay over a period of time, but loneliness can be occasional or chronic. So duration alone is not an adequate warning sign of depression. People suffering from depression are often distressed by global concerns and tend to put less emphasis on personal relationship than those dealing with loneliness. Guilt, anxiety, or feeling of worthlessness are a third identifying feature of depression and are much less common among lone people.
What are positive strategies for powering through lonely issues and lonely times?
If you are lonely and your strategy isn't helping or is outright harmful, try one of these. Change your routine. Your loneliness may be related to a feeling of monotony in your daily life. Develop hobby. It may be in any field in which you are interested. It may be gardening, maybe painting, maybe cooking, maybe social service. There are many. Avoid nostalgia. When you talk to friends, don't let the conversation linger on the good times gone by, but rather focus on making plans or discussing current events and interests. If you are stuck in the past, the comparisons can make your present loneliness seem falsely insurmountable. Don't get caught up in questions. Constantly asking yourself why things are not better or what your problem is will do you little good. Instead, focus on accepting loneliness as a temporary visitor and empower yourself by working through answers. Volunteering, taking on activities that benefit others will help you to forge new connections with peoples and help you feel better about yourself. Writing is one of the factors, as one would much rather type than pick up a pen. It's a fun daily online writing exercise that saves your entries without sharing them, and its email reminders and real time word count alerts help keep even the less motivated feeling engaged. Of course, pen and papers works as well.
How did you get involved with cooking so far ahead of your retirement from your job?
As I have told you earlier, if your planning is good, then everything is good. For a successful retirement life, I will suggest find a purpose. If you have a purpose that is larger than extends well beyond your personal interests and individual needs, it will keep you motivated and busy to do something for yourself and others. Keep yourself busy. Find something new to do. Expand the scope of your actions or your duties, be they household duties or office responsibilities. Do things differently. There are many ways in which you can perform your daily tasks. Try to keep experimenting with the food you cook, the television programs you watch, and the way you shop or dress. Find opportunities to interact with your friends and family, but do not make it a routine. Create some goals of learning new knowledge and new skills, or update your professional knowledge and skills with self-study or by joining a professional course. Do regular exercise. Exercise makes you active and energetic. If your body is in good shape, you will be in a good shape. Help others, help your children in their homework, having fun time, visiting a local museum or historic site. Learn new skills. You may also help your friends, family, or join a voluntary organization to help those who need help. Notice the differences. Even though you may visit the same, meet the same people, and find yourself in the same situations, your experiences are never the same. There will always be changes and differences. Life is a precious opportunity to live and experience these simple pleasures of life. It is sad that many people do not recognize its value. Having the opportunity to live life of a human and experience the world through the five senses is in itself a great blessing. The world is never the same. It always keeps changing. That's all. Thank you, Chris. We will talk later about healthy feast. Thank you.
Thank you.